Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in to check out your boy, Default Thinking right out here in the lab. Well, I do what I do for you. I got something nice for you today. Let's go. Rightism, 25 rules to live by. Storytelling, story with a message. There's a message in the story for life. I give life lessons. You tune into receiving them. I appreciate you. We got a good thing going. Let's get it on. Right thinking mission, and that's what I'm on, is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right thinking is way of life through mental and spiritual discipline. Practice daily will help and guide you to attain your goal of spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. My mission is that all right thinkers know thyself. If you're a right thinker, your goal is to know thyself. See where we're going with this? Let's get it together. So I asked the question, do you know you? When I get done, you will. So it's rhetorical. But if you don't have an answer for yourself, tune in. I can help you with that. That's what I can do for you. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple, but you can teach them. That's why I do what I do for you. Appreciate you too. Stay tuned. I got more for you. A person who knows not and believe and think that they know is dangerous. Avoid them. I do. A person who knows and knows not that they know is wise. Excuse me. No, not that they know is spiritually asleep. Not wise. Excuse me. I can awaken them. I'm the spiritual alarm clock here to wake you up with knowledge of self. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. There you go. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers, know thyself. And to Mayat, be true. Speaking of my girl, I got a quick lesson about right thinkers. Let's talk about Djehuti, Mayat, and Ra. Pretty much we're going to talk about Mayat and the god Djehuti. Break something down for you about the judgment day. They play a big role in that concept, in that aspect of your character. Remember, this is aspect of you. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about the god Djehuti. Is intimately related to the goddess Mayat. Not that way. He got his own companion, Sashat, excuse me. Okay. But he is the divinity, listen, who was commissioned by Ra, the supreme being, God, to what? Bring the wisdom teachings to the world and establish Mayat in this realm of time and space. When he came out of the noon was all chaos, all potential, but all chaotic. First thing he did was he had to get Mayat to set everything straight and get order and balance. That's why you see me giving her props on a regular basis, and she represents the scales of Judgment Day. So she carried a lot of weight. One of my favorites. All right, for what she represents. Watch this. Now Djehuti is Ra's mind and heart. I had to put this lesson in, man. I've been trying to tell you the heart, mind, coherence. I've been teaching that for years, and I just got a whole different concept. The female is the heart, the male is the mind. Put them together, you get Djehuti and Mayat. Beautiful combination. I just come up with that one. I said, oh yeah, it fits. So I'm making it down, making a lesson for you. Let's go. Now, Djehuti is the symbol of right reason. He's the link to what? Your higher self, your conscious self. Okay? When the determination to become a right thinker or to pursue what? The divine, to know thyself, arises in you, the individual, now it becomes a what? The struggle, the moral struggle becomes now a holy war, for that moralistic war, where against what? Ignorance, aka your ego self, your lower nature. Now it's a war. Higher self, lower self. Higher self, Harut, lower self, Set. Watch this. And you are in the holy war struggle against ignorance and the illusions with one's consciousness, meaning believing that you are who you think you are. No, okay? But If this process is not totally and correctly understood as a struggle to overcome what? These are characteristics of your lower self. Overcome anger, hatred, greed, bigotry, hypocrisy, jealousy, etc. You see where I'm going with that? But these are all characteristics of an individual who rely on a lower nature. And without one's self, the energy of the struggle now becomes directed to the world outside of oneself in the form of, you ready? Political, religious, social media, ethnic, gender, etc. conflicts, aka fetters. You're going to cause problems for yourself. Why? Because of ignorance. That's why, all the time. Now you have the moral struggle between what? Haru, I just told you, Haru, your higher self, set your lower self. If we put it in color, I'm about to become a little racial, but this is Haru black, set white. Understand that? Now I put it out there. Let's go. So now there's a struggle between black and white. Keep it honest. Haru and Set does not end. Watch this, with either destroying the other. No. They got to coexist. Haru pursues the path of what? Right reasoning, seeking counsel with the wisdom of who? Djehuti, your higher self. Wisdom follows the exercise of what? Right reasoning, and the reason follows the practice of what? Studying, questioning, self-reflecting, and then inquiring from said teacher into what? The nature of the spiritual truths. And Set, which is your lower self, what? He will refuse to abide by the decree of wisdom, doing the right thing, but he will eventually have to supplement through what? His own humiliation and due to his own ignorance. Watch this. In the end, when you, the aspirant, start to align with your higher self, your divine forces, your lower nature can what? No longer fight. It had to give in. It had to say uncle, so to speak, okay? And now it will no longer struggle. The lower self can no longer fight or struggle. Why? Because the overwhelming force of the divine goodness, righteousness, pushes lower nature into what? A position, I told you, of service. They have to work. They're in the service position rather than what? The mastership or leadership position, and that's their rightful place. Your ego should serve you, not master you. A lot of us got it backwards, and some of us prosper with that philosophy. And guess what? That just means he's coming back. That's all. If you get what you want from the ego, you ain't going nowhere. You're going to be right here. That's the concept. And the whole point of the Book of the Dead, the Egyptian book that comes forth by day and night, how about that? Describes what? The psycho-spiritual journey of what? Every human soul in the realm of time and space of the afterlife. Everybody who has this life, there's an afterlife if you do what you need to do in this life. That's what the Book of the Dead will teach you, preparing you for the afterlife. Basic instructions. Okay, watch this. They just didn't call it the Bible. We call it the Book of Coming Forth. And watch this. It describes what each man and woman must do to what? Survive death. Know thyself. I'm giving you the lifeline. And what happened? To survive death and what? Come forth into the light of day. Life, illumination, eternal happiness. Right there, stop. Let me put a pin. Now, what they're saying is when you die, or when you're in that near-death experience, everybody goes to the light. Light is the trapdoor here. Go to the darkness, and in the deepest darkest, then you reach your destination. I'm just saying, this is a philosophical point of view. I'm trying to help, again, I'm just trying to help you do that. Now, where we at? Eternal happiness is in the darkness from which we come. Moving on. Okay, moving on. But now watch this. At the time of death, what happens? Or prior to death, as that near-death experience, the heart conscious, spelled conscience, symbolized by what? By the ab, like a little vessel, container. That's what everything contained in the heart. So that uses as the heart symbol of being what? As weighed against the truth, which is symbolized by the feather of Mayat, which is the ostrich feather. And when you see that feather, you know how feather, the lightest breeze is a float. Mayat feather never wavers. I'm just saying. Now, the feather of Mayat. And here, our godly, remember, you got godly, you got satanic, egoistic, you, bad, devil. If God is good, that means you oppose God, you bad, you the devil. The devil is anything that opposes what's good. Mayat represents everything that's good. So if you oppose the heart, you are the devil. And watch this. Now, they're going to judge you by your godly faculties, which is symbolized by my dude, Anubis. That's your discernment. You got Anubis making sure you get a fair shot. He's discernible between right and wrong. And then you got Djehuti, your mind, and our ability to what? Use them while on earth is what's going to be judged. You knew right from wrong. Did you do it? You knew true from not true. Did you do it? All those things you have control over. And that's what you're going to be judged on. In the halls of Mayat, the heart and your eternal organs of the deceased are judged by 42 judges who are each in charge of one regulation. All 42 regulations or the various guidelines for what living make up the basis for the 42 negative confessions. Meaning negative, meaning you will say, if one lives righteously, one will be able to say that what one has not committed any offenses or the 42 confessions of Maya. That's the name of the game. I started out, I had maybe 6. That was over 20 years ago. All right, I got them all now. Upon utterance of these words, the deceased takes on a new name. If you pass the judgment of Maya, your heart weighs out as the feather or lighter, you're good to go. Now, instead of your name being Mark Wright, it will be Asar Mark Wright. I crossed over. See, everybody had a concept, everybody had an idea, they nothing new, this heaven and hell nonsense. No. We had a concept that worked for them for thousands of years. I adopted it and it's working for me like a charm right now. So it don't change. Truth gonna be truth. It's gonna be truth. The same goal they had back then, the same goal still today. It ain't changed. Same truth they taught back then and lived by, same truth I teach and live by. If the heart of Mark is found to be heavier than the feather, instead of joining and becoming a Samar, you will go back to the astral plane and wait for another body and reincarnate. Simple as that. Okay. No hell, no purgatory, none of that nonsense. Okay. You're just gonna be reincarnated. That's the name of the game. Now, and because I just saw the damn lady Diane Cannon, she said, "Ain't no hell." I love that. Why? It ain't. If you don't get it right, you just gotta come back. That's all. You fail, you gotta come back until you get it right. Well, when I go home, when you get it right, when it's gonna be over. When you figure it out and get it right, that's all. It ain't gonna change. It haven't changed from then, it ain't changing now. Moving on. And what happened? I will be sent back to the realm of what? Mental illusion, which is the physical world, and what? In form of even an animal or a beast to be eaten by monsters or evil spirits who feed on what? Sin, greed, and unrighteous people, etc. The Chinese tell you, you come back from human, you can come back as an animal. Why? To get what you deserve. Karma. That's what karma does. Give you what you deserve. And everybody got their own philosophy about that. Moving on. But okay, I see I'm going to speed it up. I got one more page. But if your heart of Mark is found to be lighter, ding, 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 see ya. Hasta la vista, baby. I'm out of here. Watch this. It's found lighter than the feather of Maya or equal in weight. That signifies that he had led a virtuous life. and had mastered self-knowledge and obtained the wisdom of every God aspect of his personality, hence mastery of self. All of which are what aspect of the same one God. Everything is from the one. We going back there. I know I am. I don't know about you. I'm speaking for myself. I only speak for me. So when I said when all these aspects of one God and therefore I fit into my new life. Can't wait. I got a new car. I got new. I'm like, my pastor said, God's doing a new thing. I'm involved. I got some new stuff going on. And watch this. A psalm marked right now is ready to transcend this physical world and into what? The next realm of existence, which will be for me for eternity. No more coming back. All right. I am ready to the journey or back to meet the cosmic Asar who represent cosmic consciousness, aka Ora. I'm in Ra, the hidden one. I found them. I lived, I've done, reached the level, so I'm there. And hit the road, Jack. I ain't coming back no more, no more. So they talk about you can sign a contract, a song coming. I'm not coming back here. Are you crazy? Ask your boy Jesus with the hoses head, he coming back. Hell to the no. Figure it out. I'm going to teach you while I'm here. All I can do, I'm going to give it to you now. Why? Because when I'm gone, I ain't coming back. You should want to do the same thing. Let me go. One way ticket. Let me wrap this up. Now, as a Asar mark through my own virtuous life, again, everybody got to do for himself. I'm now allowed to take on and fashion a new glorious body. To live where in eternity with who? With Asar. There you go. Thus, Asar, right? The individual me, human soul, with me enjoying with what? Asar, my spirit soul, my supreme soul. The one. I'm going back to the one. All right. Now wrapping it up. But this all signifies that our own, to get the concept, our own nature is that of universal consciousness once you find it where? In your flesh while you're on earth. What was separated only by what? Our ignorance of ourselves. We are born ignorant of who we are. Babies, okay? Spirit there, yeah, spirit grown, full grown, but our conscience is empty. We had to learn to know. And now what happened? We will be what? Reunited and also remembered who we are once we get what? Knowledge of self. It is only then due to what? Ignorance and to the distraction of this physical world of what? Your desirable objects, pleasures of the flesh, that we think that we are what? Individual human beings. We are spiritual beings, divine, having a human experience. We just have to figure it out for ourselves, each one. Not declare, nope, every person got to get it for themselves. I'm going to help you get to the water. You got to drink it for yourself. Watch this. Every individual being with bodies which are mortal. We are not mortal beings. The physical body is mortal. In reality, we are what? Immortal and eternal divine beings who are one with the universal and each other. We all connected by that silver cord called the spirit. We all have it. That makes us one. And when we cut it in the physical life here, either you go back or you go get it do-over. Simple as that. Let me wrap it up. But now to realize this is even, all this have to happen what? Before death. You can't do nothing after you die. Party's over. It's necessary to what? Live a righteous and a virtuous manner, learning life lessons from yours truly of human existence and overcoming and lifting the veil of what? Self-ignorance, which not knowing ourselves, which is what blinds us from the realization of our own essential true nature of being God. We must therefore master, here you go, we must master ourselves and the knowledge with knowledge and learn and earn the wisdom of what every God, every aspect of our personality, every character that we have, and they had it all laid out. All you gotta do is follow them, learn them, and master them, and know thyself. And that's how you win the game of life. Anpu, aka Anubis, God of the discernment between what? Reality and illusion. If you know, get out of the matrix. I'm not in the matrix no more. Get out the matrix. Why? That's recognizing reality from the illusion. And Tahuti, which is God of wisdom and what? Life experiences of the truth. I know what I know from experience, not from reading and thinking and believing. Nope, I did it. Overseer, watch this. Anubis is the overseer of the scales of Maya. These judge the condition of what? Your heart, the ab. And it determines its level of spiritual achievement. You ain't got to jump up and down. No. Just give me the heart. All right. I can't find my cartoon, but I had this young guy, the prince. He was so arrogant. He was so confident. He was so cocky, egotistical. And at the time of death, his little servant was humble and meek. He treated him like crap, right? He goes in front of the judgment day. They snap on his chest, snatch his heart out. He's standing there trembling like a leaf, scared to death, don't know what's going to happen. His heart, boom, balanced out. Okay. Mr. Arrogant, he didn't let him take it out. He reaped it and put his own heart out. Throw it on there. Yeah. Boom. That's the best part about karma that I can experience. I can't find that cartoon, but when I do, boy, I'm going to bring it out. Why? Because that's a perfect example. Are you egotistical, cocky, having monetary things in life, think it's all about them, and when they get to the door and they get slapped in their face. Bam! That's what I like. This is also symbolized by who? Amet. Remember him? Or her? It's the female. The monster devourer of what? Sinful hearts. If your heart ain't pure, oh, he about to have lunch. That's what he does. Or she, excuse me, that's what she does. And now, who according to the Greenfield Papyrus determines those who are advanced spirits and worthy of salvation, and those who have developed their higher consciousness, means you got enlightened spiritually. Centers, working chakras, symbolized by the 4th through 7th rings of the levels of consciousness on the chakras. Most people don't know that. Master Masons, you got 3 degrees. You're not really knowing who you are. You still got 4 degrees to go to reach that 7. And those who have not, watch this, progress beyond the base animal level nature, the lower level 3rd degree, you may know how to fight or flight, survive, and your ego to survive and do what you need to do for pleasures. That's the beastly nature. Animals can do that. Can you become empathetic? Can you speak Makadu? And do you know yourself? And are you living right? Those are 4 qualities that get you to know thyself. But your lower nature consciousness centers symbolized by what? Your lower 3 rings on the 7 rings of the chakras. The Amet and biting between 3 and 4. That means anything from 3 down, you become Amet food. 4 up, you got a chance. The judges will have a decision to make. But the unrighteous are symbolically devoured by the monster of evil spirits. Evil doing bad people. So we know when this guy died, Ahmed gonna have a big field day on him. Conceptually. Moving on. But wrapping it up again, I appreciate you tuning in. In the ancient Egyptian, as the chakra system of India, those who achieve no higher than the 3rd level in the chakras are considered to be people of what? The same level or the consciousness of the beast of the field, aka animals. Hence, beastly nature. Instinctive, acting out and don't have no conscience, no empathy, and no truth, no knowledge of self. Total ignorance. So, yeah, you're eating, you coming back. Last one. And those people will have to reincarnate. Okay? Why? In order to further evolve beyond that low level stage. They have to rise or they're going to keep coming back. Keep coming back until what? You get it right. That's why. Now, upon reincarnating, watch this, they will once again have the possibility, fresh life, baby, start over again, of what? Confronting situations in life which will afford them another opportunity to perform them what? Correctly. Right action. Okay? Last one. Right feeling and right thinking leads to right action in the right state of being, which is the goal of all right thinkers, is to be what we really are, one with God. Hope you got the understanding. Hope you become one with God. Stay with me. I can help you do that. That's what I do for you. Hope you enjoyed it. I'm out. In the closing, right thinkers, may you all live to be 100 miles a day. I meet you on the other side. You know how we do it.